What's up, guys? Today we're going to be reviewing the Umidigi F1. Hopefully I'm saying that right. So this is an excellent smartphone. I'm going to just be flat out. This is the smartphone to beat when it comes to $200. If you're looking for a smartphone with $200, don't look for any other smartphone. This is definitely the one. Unless you have a brand preference or something like that, it's just going to be hard for me to recommend you anything other than this phone. So this has a 6.3-inch display, full HD, 1080 by 2340, Android 9.0 right out of the box. You get 128 gigabytes of storage with a micro SD card. You do have dual cameras on here. The main camera is 16 megapixels, shoots at 1080. You do have 4 gigabytes of RAM, the Helio P60 processor, and this is where another big spec comes in, the battery life. So this has a 5150 milliamp battery, which is pretty crazy. So if you just go over the hardware, you can see we greeted with a really big, beautiful display with a little teardrop notch on the back. It's sort of like soft plastic, and it looks really nice. We have that fingerprint scanner and those dual cameras with the flash. On the side you have your volume rockers, which are really nice. We have the power button, and then we have USB Type-C, and we have the headphone jack, and then we also have a speaker grill at the bottom. This phone is dual SIM, so it does work on GSM, CDMA, HSPV, and EVDO. So really nice. So let's just talk about the display for a second. The display is beautiful. As you can see, the colors do not wash out at all. It's a really high quality panel. It is an IPS display, and it's actually kind of a curved display. It's a 2D curved glass display, which looks pretty trippy. I didn't notice it at first, but it's sort of like everything kind of pops out in the middle of the phone. Watching video on this phone is really great as well. The speakers are really loud. And the display is really beautiful.
Do you really think you can save him?
So I talked about the gaming on this phone. So if you're trying to do gaming on here, as you can see, this plays PUBG really well. If I click on settings and go to graphics, you can see that we're on HD and we're playing on high, and we have no frame drop at all. What is this guy doing? Why is he punching me? So as you can see, no frame drop at all on this phone, and playing on this massive display and very high resolution display is really great as well. So if you're looking to do gaming on this phone, this is definitely a great phone for gaming. As you can see, graphics look beautiful. Everything looks nice on this phone. Like I said, the display is definitely a plus. Alright guys, so let's talk about those cameras. So like I said, it has a 16 megapixel setup for the main one, and it does have dual cameras. So the camera on here is really good. It shoots video in 1080p. As you guys can see from these stills, I had no issues at all with the camera for this price. It takes some really nice, crispy, clear photos. No problems at all. What I do have to say about the camera is it does take images a little slow for me, especially when I first got it, especially when you're trying to like focus on stuff. It is just a little slower than I noticed most other phones, but I definitely no problem. It does have HDR on here. We do have a pro mode. We can mess with the ISO, exposure, and all that good stuff. It does have different settings for daylight, cloudy, twilight. We also have, if you come on here, the self timer. We also have an EIS, I think that's what it is. It's pretty much image stabilization. Have that turned on. That works really well. As you can see, I'm just going to do a quick pan so I can show you guys how smooth it is. Go ahead and play it back for you. So I kind of have shaky hands, so I have to leave that on.
So I can show you guys how smooth it is.
So as you can see, very smooth. So you can definitely film, film an event and, have faith that this phone will definitely come through with some nice images and really nice video. We have that bokeh mode. Pretty much what this is, you can up the blur, the amount of blur that you have in a photo. So it kind of works sometimes. I really don't like using this because of the artificial blur. It's just not that good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I didn't like the bokeh mode because the artificial blur just does not look realistic on this phone at all. But the camera is good for, you know, taking stills and stuff like that. It's definitely something you're gonna have faith in. So overall, this phone is an excellent phone. This phone falls flat nowhere. The screen is beautiful. You get massive amount of storage. You get a massive battery. You get the latest version of Android. You got your headphone jack. You got some pretty decent sounding speakers. You know, what more can you want in a phone? This phone is really blazing fast. The only thing I like about Android 9 is like the split screen thing. That's so annoying how you have to do that. That's not supported. Hold on. You have to go to multitasking and go to split screen like that. And on Android 8, it's just so much better. So you see, works so much better on Android 8. But as you can see, very smooth. No issues with speed whatsoever. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Yeah, well, I'm not only Google Home, so I have to do like NBA standings.
The Bucks are number 1 in the Eastern Conference standings right now.
So as you guys can see, this is an excellent smartphone. No issues with the smartphone whatsoever. It's really that good, guys. So thanks for watching this video. If you're looking for a $200 smartphone, please ask me any questions you have. But if you're looking for a $200 smartphone, don't buy anything else. This is really impressed me. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.